Election them they come. Remember, waiting we don't be. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today and know waiting you for do. No make that same mistake. Let's tomorrow you know go say if I be no. Election them they come. Remember, waiting we don't be. You know the trouble and wahala where we be don't see. So take your time today and know waiting you for do. Don't make that same mistake. Let tomorrow you know go say if I be no. 1962 election now be free and fair one.
Good evening and welcome to another term of You Vote where they come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. My name na Audra Niambisano. Tonight on You Vote we get female mayoral candidates them we don't promise for deliver on key mandate waiting at the plan and the vision if them be selected as the mayor for Freetown inside the upcoming June 24 general elections. Don't forget to yourself go add your voice to the program this evening by way how you get for call to the number 079994993 and send you text message for add your voice, ask questions or give your contribution. This now you vote where they come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM.
And the next election, we they come for we in a salon. How long we consider and we consider well. We all get to join us so that salon go before. 1977 election, having confusion. Plenty people be lost their life.
Na people already head the municipal council and they act as the chief executive officer of the corporation. Then they preside over council meeting and provide leadership to the council. And same way so then they address issue they get for deal with the city within the serve as mayor. And inside we upcoming election where we get few days for go inside the June 24 general elections, we got people already stand as independent mayor now the Freetown City Council. One for know what's not in plan for the city as if them be elected into political office, waiting at them plan for the challenges them where the city they face and how they go able for tackle them challenges. Then they waiting at the idea, then policy statements, the innovative ideas, then creativity then go come with for put up their A game, and as well as waiting at the challenges of independent candidates. Because this evening on the show we go for can talk to Sia Kaba, one of the independent candidates for Freetown mayor. We go for can talk about but how in plan for go about in policy if he be selected as the mayor for Freetown in the upcoming June 24 general elections. Continue for stay with me for the next 1 hour. This now you vote where they come to you on Epic Radio. studio, I don't be joined by C.A. Kabawana, the independent candidate for Freetown Mayor. Good evening and welcome to Epic Radio.
Thank you very much.
So first of all, take me through waiting at the thing will inspire you for run for this mayoral seat.
Well, growing up na a community where na a slum-like community, when at the magazine community, and one of the most filthiest community in the city of Freetown. So with all the works that will be done, they do the slum, for make retaining wall, clean gutters them and everything. So would they clean marketplaces them? So the community fit as well say, well, Madam Siri, you get passion for do most of the entire, but believe so if you get a small office, you can able to walk more around different slum communities and for keep the city clean.
So with this background, waiting at the most pressing issue where you go address as a mayor if elected in the upcoming election?
Sanitation and deeper drainage system. Now one of the most pressing needs of Freetonians, the country really dirty. So I believe say if I become the mayor, if I try to put things in place, if I strategize and get consistency because that's what they lack. Because they always start something when they ever finish.
And waiting at the strategies or you plan for put in place for ensure so you address sanitation issue in the country?
One, we will make sure to get dirty box in every corner of the city. Because they not just for trash, excuse me, not just for trash, but even also for recycle. Because if you notice, most of them plastic rubber, they wait for recycle, and then they dump always, and then gutters there. So we can put a recycle bin and trash bin at every corner with a billboard. We will show the difference between the trash, waiting for trash, and waiting for recycle. And education too is very liberal. Because we will make sure say we will begin teach beginning from nursery school, educate them about do not litter. How to keep the city clean. Then the grown-ups then okay sensitize them. And we try to get a deeper drainage system. Work hard with SLRA for make we get a deeper drainage system. Clean most of the big gutters, then done the slum, and try to build a retaining wall for them. So that way and make sure so we employ more Boku youths there, especially Bobo they trade dirty. Because I believe so we need to empower them too. Because if we empower them, because at the same Bobo the way they take dirty for the market woman there, now they go dump and then gutter there. So if we empower the youth then we'll make sure say they're not going to go and dump dirty all over the place. That's another thing where they cause all this cluster and everything at the gutters there. So if we don't get a deeper drainage system, as I say, trash bin, then we try to get public toilet in the city of Freetown. Because if you watch, there are no public toilets around most parts, 99% of the city, there. None one. Even if we're not able to build and get them portable one, the way you can put. Because even on this job employment for youth them. Then with the Bome area, because if you watch the city where they come, even tourists no go feel happy for see Bome. And where they watch, na picking it is inside there. They pick plastic from the dirty. So I think so with the Bome, we can do a landfill, not the Bome. We'll do a landfill whereby even they will create thousands of jobs for youths then, or young people then. A landfill then and get this thing where they call the Coventa system. The Coventa system is a place after you don't do the landfill, you fill the place back with real dirt, not with trash. So once you do the Coventa system, that they bring waste to gas, clean gas. And that gas that we can use them for light up the city of Freetown. Because if you watch Freetown, still they look like a deprived city. City they black out, lights na issue to we.
So all of the things you don't mention, so as an independent candidate, you get a strong force where we're able for help you achieve all of these plans and ideas.
Yes, strong force, yeah, for sure. Because one, with the sanitation one, right now if you look at the market women there, they do pay 1,000 leons a morning within taxes. Then the same tax people they come back, then collect another thousands in the evening. Then at the end of the day, that the Makituma and back, they pay 3,000 leos to the youths there, that the communities there, for clean and clean the markets there. So if you look at it, the market women, they don't spend like close to 5,000 leons a day per market woman within the sell in the market. So I believe, say, if we educate them back, we talk with them, everything go there in place. Because what they want, would go to trade and dirty for them. Because if you go to the market there, it can take a couple of days. The beans then they overflow, the place messy, and then same dirty place here would go by with food stuff there, where would they eat. And if you watch Freetown, the lifespan for possible live long, which is so sad, is 35 years if I stand to be corrected. So I believe that if we do clean sanitation, we will less typhoid, malaria, so many diseases there. Now they can even make people that live longer at the city because the dirty is too boko.
With all of these where you don't mention, sanitation happen for be the key. So if you are elected as the mayor of Freetown, the first 30 days, what will be your policy where you go actually work towards and achieve or make sure say you transform the city into a city where you go want for see?
Would they do a broom, become a symbol now broom? Would they do a broom brigade, whereby each community would they come out and sweep the city? We get to keep the city clean because this now the only land where we love now, the only place where we know as home. So we get volunteers, even though they will get an incentive, but we make sure say every community, even school picking on weekends, they come out and clean in school because if you go to some government schools there, the back of the school they feel a dustbin. Then they throw trash, then they very trashy. So even weekends, picking and teachers, we all they come out because it's we get for start something different. And it's not just about starting it for the first 30 days. It's about consistency. If we don't clean, we pass with laws there. I believe, say, if people don't go to other person's country, then they follow rules and regulation. Why would within our own country we not do the same thing? Because why? They're not consistent with the rules there and the laws there. They can just start 1 to 3 months, then everything die out. Now that make, I believe, say, everything need for come under an independent, especially with the mayoral seats. That's one thing, because the reason again, because when you check both parties, the APC and LCPP, the whole world knows that they fight each other. And with the mayoral seat, when the mayor not doing work, they blame the excuse to the next party. So I believe as an independent, now we get with city. So I believe, say, if we as an independent, we don't need to get excuse because they can't work with the people. They work directly with the people. We don't work as a partisan somebody or something like that.
Funding very important for achievement of these policies. The more you highlight, so the school sensitization we go on for engaging, the employment for young people and all of that. So how you plan for go about for get the funding for address these issues when are your main priority if you are elected?
Yeah, one, the tax that people pay, that's another thing. Two, you have a lot of NGOs there. Maybe don't they fund the city. Okay? You get NGOs there, you get people that way really ready for change the city. You know, you get projects the way they write for so many things the way they come into place. Yeah. That's another thing again.
All right, now we'll talk about the challenges where you face as a woman being an independent candidate for this particular seat. What are some of them challenges and what you don't face when it comes to maybe society, the community where you live in, or family background? What are them challenges then they where you don't face so far, where you don't stand for this position?
Where the challenge is for change, for educate the people of Freetown, most of them, we be living in two parties. When you talk to people, they know say the parties there, APC, SAPP, especially the Freetown mayor, former mayor, failed them. But because of the love of the party, so people then sometimes not just can care again who that them vote for. So then he feel say, oh, this is not my party, I just vote for my party. But at the end of the day, now then they suffer back the most. So when you sit, you talk with them, you educate them, some nobody think about it. They stand back and they say, oh yes, that's true. You make quite a whole lot of sense, you know. I mean, so they say, okay, we don't mind, we'll vote for the president, we party we love. But when you look at the city, because sometimes I can tell you, say, take a good look at the city. Is this the city you guys want to live in? Yeah, that's the question I can ask them. You know, that I can tell them, say, search your conscience. When you vote, don't say your vote. Think twice, because this is not just about the election, but the next generation. And see. Now, so you go like follow you picking them back suffer, like I wanna say they pan this kind dirty. So the challenge is there, especially when they challenge with the two parties there. You know, like that we intimidate you. But as for me, I'm a very strong woman. So I stand tall and believe in myself and believe that I want for deliver to the people of Freetown. So I not can pay attention to them political things the way they can say. I just stay focused because I get a vision. So I don't allow anybody distract me.
Speaking about vision, as an independent candidate, what are your vision for the city where you plan for rule?
My vision is not about the election only, but the next generation. That's one thing. My vision for change salon, where you say if you pass now the street for be clean. If tourists then come, because when you have a clean city, you get tourists where they get investors then go able for come. That's one of my vision. My vision, if small rain can not be like ferry me across the water, do boat man do. It's supposed to have a deeper drainage system. Like this last small rain we can, the 9-year-old Piki we died. It can be me Piki, it can be anybody in Peking. You know, my vision, we for light up the city of Freetown. As an independent, we don't dey work. So I believe say Freetown supposed, especially the streets, we supposed to get street lights there all over. You get some hills them, up the people that we don't live up the hills there already, okay? They don't live there for years, they get big houses there and everything. People don't they done the slum. When you know not until when you're into politics, you go to some then communities and they wonder say, wow, why people they live such a life like this? But the government already no say them people and they live there. Okay? They don't try, they're not able as then kissy. So I believe say the only thing we get for do, we cannot take the slum, we can take the slum out of the people, but you cannot take the people again out of the slum. So I believe so just need to re-strategize and fix the place, whereby if anybody self live in the slum, it will feel good for say, I live in the city of Freetown, not like in a dump.
Speaking about the slum, we know say now the most affected area when in the camp, we get the likes of Susan's Bay, Coop Bay, and other places them where small income they don't flood. So how you plan for address the housing problem now the city, the housing crisis?
For me with the slum, I think so with the central government, if we all work together, they can reconstruct the slum for become a low-cost housing. Because like for example, Moab, I went down to Moab. You see, because you watch back the disaster zone, they pan them, everything cluster, every house, so they're so close. So you look and say, if small fire be now one house, it possible have 50 house born. That's not another thing. But I believe say, if the central government, we all work together, we can change the slum for become a low-cost housing. Then get where then they be low-cost housing, even with dirty block and cement, whereby they pave them properly and nice. I believe say if they do a monthly, then try for change the system because they don't try for pull the people off the slum for years now, for over 20 years, and they happen. So I believe say for rethink again, and it's okay. Then people have some because you go down there, you ask them, why when I did what when I live? They say we grandpa and then we don't build their house here, so it's not easy for pull there, and it's gonna be tough. But I believe say if they reconstruct the slum areas there, fix them. Build a good retaining wall with 5/8 iron rod, then change the housing structure. Still, those people can still pay little taxes or rent or something, where they go still, the money make it back to the government and to the city of Freetown. Then that way when I don't find out outside the gutters, then they will nobody no go build again. They reconstruct and make a nice, strategize everything, make low-cost housing down there for them. So everybody go live comfortable. I believe say if they don't do that, person don't go again go build on top gutter. By the end of the day, because if you watch every day, it is, especially during the rainy season, accidents they happen. The only thing people then they do, go there, all small money in an envelope, sympathize with the people, the families there. You know, I think that that's wrong, and it's so sad.
Still on housing, we know say another thing again where they affect the city now the issue of street beggars. here and there in the city, and some side and they na very attractive and touristic areas that more people can go come and see. So how you plan for reduce homelessness na the city of Freetown with all of these people that will get na the street parading the street of Freetown?
With homelessness, like that was one of the questions again at the debate. We work with the central government because the reason why it's good for being an independent mayor, because let me say for instance, if either party win, they need to see Sirikaba as a big rival or anything like that. Say, if we invest in Siri this in project, or we ask say, let we fulfill what Siri ask for when it comes to homelessness. Oh, Siri don't make this party don't make a name. This is just Sirikaba. We're ready for work for the people of Freetown. I believe so with the central government, what they need to do, they need to get like houses that we call project houses there, like low-cost houses there, shelters for homeless people there. With the beggars there, I believe they can move them away, especially from the middle of the city, especially that Kissy Road parts there. You know, starting from Trinity School, that for Sinentego down Kissy Road. Therefore, find strategic area for there, whereby for the old one there, because some people, just like what somebody say, it's like people they always they come back. I believe say the central police get for work and the city council police then and see how for fix that issue there. But the thing get more to do with the central government again, because you get close them when it comes to the local government.
All right, continue for stay with me. Name na Sirikaba, independent candidate for Freetown Mayor, in the program where you listen to. Now you vote where they come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. One for go for a break, and when we come back, we'll continue with conversation. And of course, open the phone line for let yourself call and give you contribution.
Another beater. Let me show me a day. Sissy, sissy. Now who tell you that say woman not a leader? Who tell you that woman not stand stronger? Now who tell you that say woman for the fear? Woman not a better, woman for the better. Who that tell you that say woman not a leader? Who tell you that woman not stand stronger? Now who tell you that say woman for the fear? Woman not for rise up and stand strong. So every now. For he length, now woman first stand up and really station. In our nation there are so many complications, but everything will be fine, yeah. Even when they try, some people criticize. They keep coming at me hard, now me the one for crucify. Some folks nowadays act like a Lucifer. Please, please free me up, I will never give up. Woman, never you disrespect a woman. No woman, what a man can do, himself can do woman, woman get the rights to be a leader. No woman, now who tell you that say woman not a leader? Who tell you that woman not stand stronger? Now who tell you that say woman for the fear? Woman not a better, woman for the better. Who that tell you that say woman not a leader? Who tell you that woman not stand stronger? Now who tell you that say woman for the fear? Woman not for rise up and stand strong. So hear me now. The sense of a woman. Don't disrespect a woman. So me hustle no go limit. I dey walk till I get the 9 zeros. Now me digit. Would I say woman not for be a leader? Make it delete. I'm a queen, I'm a leader. DJ Khaled, I did it. I respect man, so I expect the same from man. Plenty different kind of experience I don't gain from man. I'm the cookie in my empire, you know I run the game. I'm the boss and no shit I know they take from man. Hey, every woman is a warrior. No matter how they put we down, we must overcome. Every know say we are on the wall. Everything a president is a woman born. Them know say we brave, so them brave we. We intelligent, but them still know they grade we. And we can do it where we do it like a unit and the best. We the best, and I'm proud to be a woman of the best. Who tell you that say woman not a leader? Who tell you that woman not stand stronger? Now who tell you that say woman for the fear? Woman not a better, woman for the better. Who that tell you that say woman not a leader? Who tell you that woman not stand stronger? Now who tell you that say woman for the fear? Woman not for rise up and stand strong. So hear me now. The strength of a walk till I get the 9 zeros. Now me digit to that say woman up for be a leader. Make it delete. I'm a queen, I'm a leader. DJ Khaled, I did it. I respect man, so I expect the same from man. Plenty different kind of experience I don't gain from man. I'm the cookie in my empire, you know I run the game. I'm the boss, and no shit I know they take from man. Hey, every woman is a warrior. No matter how they put we down, we must overcome. Every know say we are run the world. Every king and president is a woman born. Them know say we brave, so them afraid we intelligent, but them still know they grade we. And we can do it where we do it like a unit in the bed. We the best, and I'm proud to be a woman. No, now who tell you that? Say woman not a leader. Who tell you that? Woman not a stand stronger. Now who tell you that? Say woman for the gear. Woman not a better. Women for the better. Who that tell you that? Say woman not a leader. Who tell you that? Woman not a stand stronger. Now who tell you that?
Alright, welcome back. You still with Epic Radio 99.3 FM and the program where you listen to Now You Vote, where they come to you live. And in the studio, I get with me C.A. Kaba, when an independent candidate for Freetown Mayor. So we talk about housing just now before we go for a break. And follow we talk about the city being more inclusive for residents than for people who go on for staying at Freetown, people who go on for dwell there and make a comfortable city. So how you plan for make Freetown be more inclusive for everybody within the city?
One, like for instance, like the marketplace is there. Because I know the most people in the complain say market woman in the sell na street too much. But the reason being that they not get big markets the way they fix for market women there. So I believe say if we do big marketplaces then for the woman them with toilets, because you start for no say all the markets here where then they get so for the past how many years one toilet they not get. Now the chair lady and the chairman there now themselves they build toilet for themselves. So you know until where you can't they clean day, then you go know why make the city they stink so. Because people use all this black plastic for do them thing, you know, and which is so sad. So I believe, say, if we build good markets for them, renovate most of the marketplaces then, make them big or make them level like, whereby if it's a 2-story self or 3, whatever, you know, story we will put for make, we know say, it will be inclusive for everybody where they sell in the streets, okay? Then, each floor can get its own layer of markets within the sell. Like for instance, like I can take example, the Abacha people there. So like whether they build markets, let's say if we be for them big market in the Victoria Park area, whereby like how they do I don't forget they call that marketplace if. But all the same, if we be for them big markets, like Abacha women then so we say okay, first floor, then they sell jewelries there. You get them small cubicles then, like store. Because if you look them back in the street all day, then they get them big barrel, then they go back and forth, you know, with them stuff there. But if you get big market for the put them there, everybody get your little shop there, like cubicle, but like shop like. Then the second floor can be different things and toiletries and stuff. The third floor can even be material. I believe say if we don't do that, that will pull most of the people in the streets. Because to the reason why I make them sit in the sell in the streets, because then they assume say the people over there inside, with people over there outside will get more customers than the one that were there inside. So I believe so even for pull them on the street, so you not just want to drag them off, especially like what's happening at Lumley Market and you know, for the people who they sell. So outside and care they're going to a slum area and a disaster prone place. Then be boku, buffer, table them for them. You know, decent, you know, nice, and rainy season is very dangerous too. So something like that, because they don't encourage the people for letting they sell in the streets, especially during political time. The two parties are always like when they want vote, then they encourage the market woman for do everything with it they want for do. Then once they don't done, then they can just begin to toss them around. But I believe say for solve all these issues with market women there, they need for reconstruct and make good marketplaces there for the people there with good toilet facilities. Then one. You know, make them very decent for them. Then the streets of Freetown will be clean, cluster free. We get good dirty box. We get street public toilets there. Because the only way we will make people left for wet in the street, there are no public toilets for people then for use. So if you work in the city of Freetown, And also Omangolenchi toilets na use. So but I believe say the council we need for put public toilets then a street and try for limit the noise na the streets too, like because I believe if the marketplace is there, everybody there inside, whatever thing they do, then jingle and stuff, then get floor for them. People they do then top up and stuff like that.
All right, with all of these plans the way they're in place, you get any city regulation where you go seek for change, where you be elected as the mayor, you want for change any regulation or any policy where orderly day not the city, but you go come and just change and they review them as a mayor?
Like regulation for litter, then I want. For people to trade dots in the streets, that's very important. We need for change that. Whereby, if they catch you, they do a neighborhood watch. Then we need to employ a whole lot of city council policemen there. Because the city of Freetown, you work out all day, you don't even see one city council police, nowhere, okay? So I believe if you do the community watch, whereby if you litter in the street, if not for sweep, you go sweep. And I believe say, if young man don't bluff or young girl don't get in weave, it red dot in a street, you not go one for sweep. So what you go do, you go all in dot, you go see the trash can, a dump and day. We have to be strict about that. Then two, what you go change? Like the bobo, because they have boys that lives in the graveside, them burying ground and called friends of the dead. Because if you look Boku burying ground there, like Kisi Road burying ground, you go, you know, so the see Ross Road, Race Course, the Fiba Bush. But you have those guys that lives there. So I believe so what you need to do, employ them already because then like for leave day. So I believe say empower them, you employ them because they call themselves friends of the dead. So that way they will maintain and keep the burying ground and decent and clean. Because you do, it look like say even they don't have respect for the dead because like they don't even care the burying ground if you buy dirty box. If you go race cross burying ground, but you see the dirty box right there outside and they bury people they love ones there. So that's again another thing back we're supposed for them in place. Then municipal schools then. Like I went to one now Wellington off Main Street. It's sad for in a primary school. It's so sad. The ceiling there nearly all they fall off from the picking there. So I just can imagine if God forbid one of that ceiling they drop and picking. There even the bathroom. And this the primary school picking the bathroom. You know even decent for picking and they use the toilet. So there are so many things for put in place where they don't fail with for put in place all the years, here, decades, they don't fail. So because we city look like a deprived village, we need to put light up the city, we need to light up the city for reduce crime. That's another thing. Like picking they would live up the hills where they get water every day, then they rape them, but they don't get voice for possibly fight for the Babylon of getting enough Freetown City Council police. Because policeman for work, not to just for them a checkpoint. It's supposed for they do the job. Not to just 7 to 3 or if na net na checkpoint no more. They're supposed for walk up the hills for secure the lives of them picking in there.
So Freetown is the central business part where people they do business investment na and they go come out and just be attracted to the city. So if you are elected as a mayor, how you go make more business come into the city, more investment, and make the city be business and investment friendly for everybody?
Just like as I said, the reason why I make Boku investors then they can the city dirty. Then I want the city dirty. So if we don't clean with city, we beautify with beaches then. We get nice things there for doing at the beach. Because these days people do live online. Then I one thing. So many people they see things online. So many people they see we live the 23rd century now we live on computer system. You know, we live on social media. We they see, don't they see same Boku youths then they were well employed. They are not like too much on drugs. They see people and they do them business, then they come. You have a lot of Sierra Leoneans that are even out of the country that wants to come and invest. Then we empower the medical facility because that's another thing that is killing, you know, because we need to empower the medical facility, the hospital there. The other thing again, where we need to forget, every community is supposed to forget the fire force. Now, Freetown, you see, I believe not 2 fire stations there, if I stand to be corrected. You know, because I look and say from Allentown community, Wellington, Calbaton, because by the time fire they be, say they don't come out na the east part, or for even go up Juba. People they host they don't born, lives they don't lose. So I believe the communities are supposed for the day we supposed to get trash bin for communities them. Not to just couple like 2, 3, 4, because if they use no more 2, 3, 4 for the whole of city, they ruin the bin, the truck. Communities are supposed to get trash bin, like a roll-up bin, whereby then they dump them trash, then the truck come, it pick them. We try for move, we get a recycle bin, we try for move something go down a little bit to success. Because like with the dirt, you get forget the dirt compactor, where they compact up to 80,000 pounds. So that's a whole lot of that. So I believe so if we really pay attention more with we cleaning of the city, and I am more police then, less the crime rate with lights and everything, beautify the streets of Freetown.
Okay.
Like the picking and stuff, they do agriculture, we can make them they do tree planting day.
All right.
Whereby even on weekends, because if you watch picking in the college, they don't have incentive, they don't get part-time job. So if you look at that, now they can even encourage picking the way they college, not for go straight to. Where they do then say they come tree planting a day,
Okay.
and then schools them and other places, then they will get the incentive.
All right. You don't make mention of all of these. So how you plan for work with other political party members that will go work with you at the council? How you able for do teamwork for ensure say all of these policies where you highlight so you able to achieve then goal there?
That's why I come as an independent somebody. Ready for work with any sitting government, any sitting political parties are ready for work with. Because one, not to the party, not the most important thing. Not the people of Freetown, not the most important thing. So as an independent, I'm answerable to my people. So if I want support my people then, I just get for work with any political party for make or transform with city. This is teamwork.
All right, the phone line open 079994993. Say about me in the studio, independent candidates for Freetown Mayor. Call, ask some questions and give contribution, but limit them to 60 seconds because other people themselves get for call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
The name and who you the call from?
I'm Mohammed. I call from IMAT.
Yes, Mohammed from IMAT.
Yeah, so I want to tell we feature Mayor plenty for all the things the way they analyze. But for make promise, then I want and for let you fulfill them too. Me the only advice I did so we leaders them. If now one or two things they're able for achieve, if now one or two things they're able for make up in a life, let them stick to that. If the people that want vote for you, for them two things then they let them vote for you. Or from waiting they say don't make up to 10 to 11 promises there. And then they for letting achieve them say not easy. And secondly, I want to ask the people that way say the pool na street, them beggars there. Now for give them place for sleep bar or now for let them left for the big na streets. Because for pool and na street line na one. And for let them go na street for go big line na number 2. Because no go fence side for them for sleep and you not give them things for let them go to eat.
All right, keep it 60 seconds. 079994993. Keep the calls coming. Ask the question to the independent mayoral candidate when I see Kabawe there with me in the studio this evening. I don't take you through in plans them we get if elected as the next mayor for Freetown. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening. The name and who you the call from?
I'm Darlington. I call from Ogu Farm.
All right, Darlington from Ogu Farm.
Madam, the salient point they will make. But see, yeah, the implementation and everything. The first point they make for the city. But again, heavy tax. Gentle.
Hello?
Finance and the mechanism. So see, again, use tax for Gentle. Again, salient point they make. But again, use tax. Be able to fix Gentle and the $1 million question. Thank you. I'm out.
079994993. See Kaba in the studio, independent candidate for Freetown Mayor. Your questions and contribution highlights a main goal according to what he say na sanitation for ensure say the city clean. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, the name and who you call from?
My name is Abdul Malik. I call from Kasha.
Yes, Abdul, go ahead.
I just give an example from Akiswaya. Just like we want the power, we just can't fool the people of Sierra Leone now. Look and we see that happen. And this lady don't talk much. For put blind people now the street, it's not easy. For do all the things they we don't talk, it's not easy. But for make up himself, Sierra Leone not to defend this again for the politician can fool with. They don't stand strong for law will be, for law grow will come to the place. So if this lady don't come in the talk, so may God make him get to thing one. But it's not easy. Let talk say they do one or two, we will say yes. But all the things we don't talk now lie. You're not going to do all. Alekugia and the power now, you're not going to do all.
079994993. Keep the calls coming. In the studio with me this evening, I get the independent candidates way to go for the mayoral seat in the upcoming June 24 general elections. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, good evening. The name and also the call from.
Yeah, Nina Yobo. Yeah, hello.
Yes, we'll get you. Go ahead and give your contribution.
Yeah, my name na Sheikh Alama, aka Yobo.
Yes.
Or Adego Kelnao.
Yes.
Yeah, as for me, I don't listen the independent candidate, and I know say na woman where they talk and do, because what he make, I don't see what he don't do before me face. I don't see we na magazine community we hello.
Go ahead, we get you.
Yeah, na magazine community we got to they kill people them. You know, camp and politics. This woman they do good. This woman also they almost picking the way they take care of.
079994993. Keep it 60 seconds so that people and self will get time for call and give their own contributions and ask questions in the program this evening. You don't hear about the comment that people around they make, but still continue for take more calls. We'll come back to you for answer in the studio. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Abigail from Leicester Road.
Yes, Abigail, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't hear you always in someone talk. We pray as we now woman we self good guys for the vote for them. But once we may say we waiting at the country now we get problem. We get for tina like a woman no because we tranga is. You see, because this how for to go with we know they get them. First they will they come up, we get how they to with we get a model get them strong them, but then side they will be to with but now them thing they know they. Now them thing they first and for try them for put. If you see the able fence side for put dirty, I think say the label the city. But it's not so for that, my sister. You get challenges so then that man will they talk about like you say, not so for say the woman can know how walk, but at the open and win again. Thank you.
079994993. Your contribution to what CA Kaba we don't highlighting plans. Then one of the main one where you say na sanitation for keep the city clean and make sure say everybody get way how we go able for enjoy free tongue, enjoy the cleanliness of the city. Come back to you in the studio while we wait for the calls. Them you don't read the concerns of people. Them the questions asked. So waiting will be you reply to some of them comments. Then they.
Yeah, like to the first caller, I'm not telling say I mean they move the beggars there, come on at the city. I said the central government get for work together with we. I'm not saying I made a build shelter for them or something like that, you know. I said Naveka at least and say the central government, we're not the big government, you know, we're not just the local government. So I not promise that the thing when me promise na more na sanitation, dustbin, trash for put dirty and recycle and for clean, follow with sweeps. I not think say na a big thing because it's just consistency, like what I say. So I not be promise say na me they can move the bigger man there. I say the central government give a strategic place for them, not me Sirekaba. Then I say you say the central government if they want to build a shelter for them, not me. So na that na the thing. And for the second call, I will see if I can able to defeat Gento. Well, it left to the people where they vote. Because for instance, Gento na possibly we get all them big trucks there, even though they work for the government, because na contracts they get, because the roads the way they do not to do and by in pockets. And contracted jobs there, where government pay them for. So na government pay them. So I look say if you get all them trailer, then trucks here, you know, they do the work there, now because politics can, you begin do the things there. And me, Sirekaba, yes, me a woman, but I'm a very strong woman. So I believe I will defeat Gento because I'm a very hardworking and strong and resilient woman. That's for sure. And with the third caller, we say for saying a life or do all the work. The thing why I don't think say first you get for life or put dirty box in the street. We don't need for life for that because that's part of the job. We're supposed to get dirty box because when we grow up, we get dirty box. Then every weekend, they get the sanitation help people where they can spray them gutter in our yard there. So the city be clean during Akibo bet in time will be small when they grow up. So we just get for implement for put dirty box and nothing say na putio posse get for life for na till get for happen and you get for happy with consistency. Because you just get for put your rules and regulations in place for make it happen. You get to be very strong. That's why I can say we get neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch in a sense, you company they watch you company, without the trade dot in a street, it can reporter. That's not the thing. And for the fourth caller, when Yobo, thanks very much for you believe in me. And Madam Abigail, thanks so much. I appreciate you too.
All right, we still continue with calls them and come back to Sirekaba in the studio. 079994993. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, the name and who you the call from?
Vivian Saki at the call from Phoebe College.
Yes, go ahead and give your contribution.
Well, I'm glad for a lady to talk saying they aspire for the city mayor. A very good idea, but the central government, now when they come as independent candidates, and if he emerge for be the mayor, and not get the cooperation of the central government, it will make life very, very uncomfortable for him. But I think saying that that's the present or the past, the recent past mayor go to. Thank you.
All right, plenty. Thank you. 079994993. We take like 5 more calls and then we come back to the studio for lay Sirekaba Giwi Ion concern over our calls them. Hello, good evening.
Hello, I call from Oguva again once again.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no do, madam. I saw him one walk, but since the central government open answer, he walk. So, madam, only talk when he talks to us, it's fine. But if the central government able to do that, you don't do nothing. Now I'm about Akisoya. Akisoya is one walk, but the central government open answer. Thank you. I'm out.
For more calls, 079994993. Independent candidates where they go for the mayoral seat in the June 24 general elections. Hello, good evening.
Hello, how are you?
Good. The name and who you the call from?
My name is Atuya, the call from Laka.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, would I ever get 1 billion of freedom? Or any leader said, and then clean the gutter then fall. Now she said the gutter then clean. So from that side there would start. But if the gutter are not clean, no matter what thing the life of for clean city, they know we will clean.
All right, 3 more calls, 079994993. You still listening to you vote where they come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. How are you doing?
I did do find the name and who you the call from?
Me a concerned citizen. I call from Mumbu community in the peninsula.
Yes, concerned citizen.
Yeah. What you refer for here, I plead to the public, this woman, even at the Soya, Lovia and Charles, that woman is ready for work. All the way in the car, they talk, you know, she's not really don't do, right? But even at the Soya, he don't do something like this. Now this prison municipality, what we don't see, right? We be the list is on this morning, we can only don't analyze, and now reality we don't analyze. So, na my own contribution that. Don't give that woman a chance. Yeah? Thank you.
Two more calls, 079994993. This now you vote where they come to you on Epic Radio 99.3 FM. In the studios, now an independent mayoral candidate where they go for the mayor seat in the June 24 general elections. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes, the name and who are you to call from?
Lawrence from IMAT.
Yes, Lauren.
Yeah, I text Madam Kaba, thank you. One, I like him. For this, it will be difficult for her for me to go through, considering APC and SFPP, but I wish her all the best. Considering the way Fabo they talk, say, Akisua Abu but they don't get a chance. Throughout the 5 years, Akisua Abu talk, say, they know how they get salvation.
Okay, so I want to stick with discussion towards the possible get in the studio.
When people that don't left out, they talk, say, Akisua Abu, so why you not go low here, come in, say, make a talk up? God make.
One more call and bring the program come to an end and come back to the studio guest for a reply to all of Una calls them this evening, 079994993, and please stick to the discussion what we talk about in the studio this evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Yes, Abigail again from Leicester Road.
Yes, Abigail.
May I advise someone when they give this woman is God make it win because we go vote for it. God make it win. Yeah, where they up the made a member we that tricycle because now I have to try been they do. But later I just cut up so no more. So be the strength for two way dirty. So they are made and they have because normally when they want to the way they up the now this way dirty way in the camp. And also so now the water side they go to where they in the camp, it believe all go down. I make it go down. So the other side for big. Make it try for we more, make them pull them tricycle away for the help we. Then they can't hold them, they can't take bag, then go empty the dirty. But later on I don't put up now over 3 or 4 years, not just about 3 years now, we're not get again. So, dear and sister, if God make you win, then they put them in place for we. That's why we go able this country. He said, we know the car up. Akibo, if they come on at the council, they cannot do. For the car worker, they can't look what they happen. Then if you do that, and then you go.
All right, that's the end of calls them for this evening. I come back to see Kabairo, but the various concerns that people get. So, what are your thoughts and of all of that?
Yeah, for the first call again, where they call from FBC, I try to tell and say that's not the main reason why I cast an independent candidate. That's for both number 1 and number 2 callers. Then. So because the central government, because just like as I stated before, I said the two parties, they fight each other. So, and when they fight, whether they suffer more, now the people of Freetown, and then they suffer the most. So, as an independent candidate, and they can for fight or rival with anybody, or they can for work together, because we still do Freetown big pass with all. So, my intention now for work for me people when at the city of Freetown, okay? And for the third caller, it is for clean gutter. I don't do more than cleaning gutters. I can list for you. I don't clean past 10 marketplaces there. Why don't they work? Even without being into politics, you can check my background. I don't clean Dove Courts, I don't clean Kanike, Colbot, Yabundu, Peace Market, I don't clean Lumley Market, I don't clean Black Tank Market. So I've done a whole lot. Then, just like we want to call and say, if you see flooding they happen in a magazine community for the past 3-4 years, now because I make clean the gutter day, and when not clean the gutter done, we build a retaining wall. So the people that done the slum down magazine WAF, for the past 3-4 years, they need to get flooding or disaster anymore. So I want to let you know that again about me. Then the concerned citizens say for let them give Akisua a chance. This is politics, okay? Who the people then vote? I believe say who the people then vote, who the people then think say one work for them, now then they vote. So and this time around, this is not about parties and not to just for party business. This is about the country. Not about say a particular person or something. This is about we people there, we country, we city. When are we on? So I think say independent need for come up and take a chance and see how far we can take the country to Freetown to the next level. Yeah. And for the caller from IMAT and Miss Abigail, thanks very much. We'll work on that because I know say with people that will live up the hills, then they get a difficulty for trade dirty. So now the tricycle will be the best thing for them when it comes to throwing trash. Thanks so much.
All right, plenty. Thank you to me guest in the studio when I see Kaba independent candidate for Freetown mayoral seat where they come the upcoming June 24 general election. Plenty thank you to me producer when I tell you that Thomas to Samuel behind the Facebook live for make sure so meet you live on Facebook this evening, and to DJ Wanda for give you the very sound where you get this evening. Till meet again tomorrow, Amina Odra Niambe Sano. Tata.
Wahala, where we be the flee. So take your time today and know what you for do. Don't make that same mistake. Let tomorrow you know go say if I be no.